This year I've made well over $100,000 trading forex, and most of that money came from trading gold. And it didn't happen by mistake or by luck, but it happened because I've mastered three things: my trading strategy, mindset, and the discipline. And most traders don't make money from trading just because they haven't mastered any of these things I've just said them right now. In today's video, I've given myself one goal: make you master my trading method so you end up becoming profitable before this year ends. And I'll do that by breaking down one of my trades I took on my 200k live funded account. I end up making $6,000 on that trade. I'm gonna be breaking down that trade, the reason why I took, and I hope you learned something from it. And not only that, I'm also going to show you guys the best and most efficient path that you can follow if you want to become profitable trader before this year ends. Are you excited? Let's dive into it. This is the trade I was gonna break down for you guys, and it ended up running for 13 hours. And the same trade, you can clearly see that I did send to my signal group, VIP signal group here, the entry right here. And this was the trade I took on my 200k funded account and allowed me to make a overall profit of $6,000. And let's go ahead and break this down really quick so you guys can learn something from it. So basically, before we get into this, I want to explain exactly how I get my setup every single time. So here is how I want to see things happening. So basically, I already made a video for you guys here, and I'm gonna make more video for you guys here again. Whenever I want to take a trade, I always want to have like a liquidity reason to take the setup. I want to see a liquidity graph. So let's look at this case where we have a low that price has created here. So what I do is I'm going to mark this low here as a liquidity. Why am I saying liquidity? Because I'm expecting people to buy and put their stop losses below this low here. Or some SMC traders or whoever traders trading, they also have some sort of POI where they're expecting price to come and mitigate this POI and give them a buy setup. So either cases, we always have some sort of stop losses resting below this low. So when we have stop losses resting below, what price does is price likes hitting your stop loss before going to TP. So what's gonna happen here is when price will start coming down, price will come down this way, price will come down this way, it will react from this zone, but eventually it's gonna drop, take your stop loss first, and then buy and go to TP. I hope you guys understand. So what happened here, we have liquidity resting below this, price drop, take that liquidity, and after taking that liquidity, buys, and then give you some sort of confirmation entry, gives you a small pullback, and then go to TP. So you want to be smart. You want to be that trader that always makes money when you have a setup, not that trader that always hits stop loss before the trade plays out. So what you want to do is always avoid taking trades from this zone here. Wait for price to first induce traders to buy, and then once they get taken out, that's when you're now looking for buy setup. Every single trade I have taken have always this kind of scenario. So let me go on the chart and let me explain exactly how I made money on that trade. Okay, so before I come into that, I'm gonna break down, I'm gonna delete everything and let me replay price. Let's say that I replace price somewhere here, right? So after I do replay price here, first and most important thing is when you want to trade, you always want to pay attention to the market structure. Market structure is bullish, you want to buy. Market structure is bearish, you want to sell. Okay, very easy. So in this case, if you look at price, price is giving us what? Bullish market structure. So if price is giving us bullish market structure, what are you going to do? You are going to buy the market. As easy as that. So what's happening here is that as price gave us a pullback to the downside here, we can clearly see that this pullback came here and then mitigated this sort of POI here. We have what? A mitigation here. So after this mitigation happening, what you're expecting price to do is you're expecting price to go up and hit TP, right? But what happened is before you take this trade, you always want to look for a liquidity reason, as I'm saying. So let me go ahead to something like the H1 here. I'm gonna show you guys something. So if you look at this chart, we can clearly see that when price was going up, price has created this low, created this low, created this low. So what happened is we have what? A POI here, we have another POI down here. What did price do? What price did is price dropped, took out all of this liquidity. Okay, we have a low here. What did price do? Drop, it took out this low before going up. Price will not just keep buying without taking liquidity. Every single time price does give you a pullback and it goes up, have in mind that price is obviously dropping to do a take out liquidity. Okay, take out liquidity before going up. And the same thing will keep happening again and again. So as price drop and took out the liquidity already and start giving us a buy, we want to buy, right? We want to like look to buy this thing to target previous high. Whenever you want to buy, you make sure that your TP is always new high. Okay, so what's happening here? You can what? You can just buy here or put your dollars down here, put a TP here. It's not gonna be wrong. I mean, this is like a 3-hour trade, not bad, but my setup was a 13-hour trade. Okay, it wasn't a 5-hour trade. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back on the lower time frame. I'm gonna look for that setup exactly I took. I didn't take the setup today, so like on this date here, 25th. So I'm gonna play price until when I actually took the setup. But one thing I want to show you guys here is you see that price body took out this high, right? We have this sort of high that price are taking here. So if you want to buy, where do you think you're gonna be buying from? Do you think that you're gonna buy from this level? No, because we have no liquidity. Reason, would you buy from here? No, there's no liquidity. What of this extreme POY here? Yes, I would buy from this one. Why would I do that? Because we have liquidity, we have equal lows, we have a trend line, we have everything. Okay, so what happened is we have people that have bought here, they put their stop losses down here. So if price doesn't come and take out this low here, then those people would have hit stop loss. I hope you understand. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna play price and let's see if price does come and take out that liquidity I talk about here. What did price do? It came, it cleared the liquidity, and from here, what are you expecting price to do? You're expecting price to go up, and that was very easy. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm not gonna play price like the whole thing that happened here. I'm just gonna go directly to the setup I took. So basically I use the 1 hour as my higher time frame or the H4. So now that that happened, I'm gonna go to the lower time frame, something like the 3-minute, 5-minute, or 1 minute to look for my confirmation entry or my entry overall. Okay, so what do you see is happening here? You're expecting price to go up. Before price goes up, what did I tell you? Price is gonna take liquidity, which happened here. What did price do first? Created a low, went up, it came, it took out this low, and then it flew away. The same thing I said, the same thing happened here. But my setup wasn't here. At London session, I was sleeping. Okay, I have two trading session. I have London session and New York session. So basically, this is London session. So I don't trade London session. I do trade London session, but this day I was just sleeping, so I didn't get the setup. So let's go ahead and wait for New York session. So we have New York didn't start yet, so we are waiting for New York session. So this is New York session. So what do you think that has happened here? This is New York, and this is where I got my entry. And why did I just come and buy here? One thing you guys have to understand, as I said, is liquidity. So what happened here is that price has created this low. From this low, price went up. So when price came back, what people are expecting is to what? Buy from this level. Or some people that have already bought here, where would they put their stop losses? Stop loss below this and then TP somewhere up there. So what did price do? Price dropped and it took out this liquidity. And after taking that liquidity, price flies away. Alright, very easy. So after price taking this my liquidity, that's how I got my buy setup. So as soon as price took that, but not just this, I also have this POI on the 15-minute. If you come on the 15-minute, you'll clearly see that we have this as another block, where you have another block that price coming mitigated here. And from here, that's exactly where I had my buy. This buy I had here, I didn't really like wait for some sort of confirmation entry. I just bought here, and I put my sellers around, I think 40, right? 40, yeah, right, exactly around 40. I could have put my sellers below this, but the lower I make my stop loss, the the lower risk reward I basically get. So my entry was exactly at 44, and my stop loss was exactly at 40, 37, 40. And where did you think my full TP was? My TP was pretty much at this high here. So this should have been like my TP I could have had, but I was like, what if price goes higher? So I targeted this. So this was like that 12-hour trade. But I didn't hold my trade until here. If I held till here, I would have made a crazy amount of money. It wasn't just 6,000. I would have made like 12,000. 15, 20,000 basically. I would have made 20, even 30,000. Yes, I could have made 30,000 on this buy. But sometimes me, when I take a trade, I don't like holding overnight, and especially over the weekend and all of that. So I end up closing my trade before I hit full TP. My members on the Signal group, some of them held full TP, some of them recovered some of the drawdown they had, some of them passed their challenges, some of them even secured some payout. So this is basically the beauty about you trading. And one thing I want to show you guys here is the discipline and the mindset and the strategy. The strategy here, I'm saying really simple. I want to see what a liquidity taken and then a buy setup. I want to see what a liquidity taken and then a buy setup. I want to see what a liquidity taken and then a buy setup. And if you know the strategy already, the next thing is what? Your psychology, right? The discipline. How disciplined are you to your trading strategy? Because despite you see that you are trading liquidity, sometimes you just go and buy when it doesn't make any sense. You end up not following your strategy. Just why? Because you are not disciplined enough. You need some sort of discipline to wait for a setup, because sometimes it takes time. Like today, I don't know what the price did, but we have Asia that end up buying massively, hitting full TP. And then London and New York, this was some sort of just like what? Ranging. I mean, we had some good buy setup, but this buy didn't go anywhere. I mean, just have this. Probably price can do this. Like, if price doesn't want to give you what you want to trade, I mean, don't trade. That's what I'm talking about, that discipline. And then the mindset. Whenever I'm trading, I have a mindset. I know that this trade can be a stop loss, this trade can be a TP. And not only that, I know that as a trader, I can go through a losing streak. And for that, anytime I take a win, I make sure that win counts. Okay, I make sure what? That wins counts. Because if I don't make sure that win counts, that means that if I close the trade somewhere here, what will happen is I'm not gonna make enough money if I ever go through a losing streak. Do you guys understand? So psychology, discipline, trading strategy, that's pretty much all you need. And in case you guys have issue with all of that, I'm gonna help you out. You can just subscribe to my YouTube channel, and anytime I make a video, you can comment below whatever you are struggling with, and I'm definitely gonna make a video for you guys. Or if you guys want to join my mentorship instead, you can get access to everything here. And even you can join the Signal group if you want to get the same trade I take. The same trade was sent to the Signal, the same trade brought for this full TP. And in case you guys want to see this month performance in the Signal group, let me even show you guys the performance for the past 3 months. Okay, so this performance is for the month of July. You can see all of the trade, all the TPs, all the stop losses. There were a total of, I think, 15 trades sent on July, and then 11 of them were TPs, and then 4 of them were stop losses. For the month of August, we have what? We have 2 stop losses and 8 wins. And I think August was like the best month. I don't know how many risk reward that is, because I didn't put the risk reward, but you can see that only 2 stop losses and 8 wins. And then the month of September, which is this month here, and we went through a bit of a losing streak, but remember, make every win count. On the first week, we have 2 wins, 20R, 3R. Second week, we have 2 wins as well, 5R and a 2R and a reverse. And then we have 1 stop loss. And the third week, that was the tough week, we have 3 losses. And then the last week as well, we have 2 losses. But that last week, that's when I hit this massive 13R trade or 12R trade that end up hitting full TP, right? So that's why I'm saying that make every win count. And you guys may not know, but pretty much every single payout I get, I send those trades as a signal, right? Like payout I requested here pretty much is the signal. And not only that, I don't know if I can, it's gonna take me how long to scroll here, but on my last payout, I don't know, yeah, on this payout, this was a $4,600 payout. This same payout was the same trade I sent to the signal group. I don't know if you guys know, but video is taking a while to, yeah. You see, this was the same thing, the same trade, and the same thing I took on my MT5, and that ended up securing that payout. Do you see this trade that I made $22,000 here? That same trade I sent to my signal as well. So if you guys want to join the signal, you know how to do. Check the link below this video. And as I'm making this video, I have this my 100k with funding peeps that I have requested a payout today. So I think my payout should be processed by tomorrow. You can see up here that your trading account has been paused until your payout request is processed. So I'm really hyped that it's very easy to make money in this market. All you need to do is work on your psychology and just have a good winning strategy. And for you to even get there, I mean, you need to work hard. I mean, you need to backtest, you need to learn. There is no reward without the risk. That's all I can tell you guys. This is basically how I've made well over $100,000 trading Forex and trading gold this year. And one more thing I want to emphasize here is that even if you were trading the same thing as I do, or even if you were in my trading mentorship or my signal group, as far as you don't have a big account size, you'll not be able to make the same amount of money or even higher than whatever I'm making right now. And one thing that I did to get a lot of capital is not that I have like hundreds and thousands of dollars ready to put into my broker account to trade, but it's because I've been trading with prop firms. They allow me to get a bigger capital like 100,000, 200,000, up to 300,000, and with that, it allows me to make well over $10,000 to $20,000 monthly with ease without me having to over trade or anything like that. If you really want to trade smart, you can try trading with prop firms. And a prop firm I would suggest you to trade with is probably gonna be Funding Pips. Currently, there's a 20% discount going on. So if you want to get 20% off on your first evaluation account, make sure you use my coupon code ASUSFX. It will give you what? 20% discount. And by the way, if you guys want to join my trading mentorship instead, if you want to learn from me, if you really want to get into the stage I am, I can teach you how to do all of that. You can also check the link below this video to join my mentorship. Or if you are just interested to take every single setup I take, you can also check out my Signal group, which is just about $47 monthly. And that gives you a really good deal. I mean, you're gonna get setups that are gonna make you tens and thousands of dollars monthly. Anyway, that would be pretty much it for this video. If you guys like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'm gonna be doing a bigger giveaway when I hit 20k sub on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe right now, and see you guys on my next video.